Today we stand in solidarity with the other hundreds of demonstrations that are taking place across the world, across the United States and across all continents. And of course, in Britain too, we're seeing numerous demonstrations taking place. And just a few so you know that we have much support on our side. In Chesterfield, in Manchester, Newcastle, Liverpool and Bristol. We've already seen strong turnouts in Birmingham, Nottingham, Edinburgh and Cardiff. And in the days ahead, we will see many thousands of others in Bradford, in Swansea, Canterbury, Warrington and countless other places as our movement once again stands on the side of peace.
In particular, we need to acknowledge how the sovereignty of Iraq is being undermined and ignored on a daily basis by the USA. In that sense, the Iraq war is itself still continuing. And remember, in 2003, how George Bush and Tony Blair gave as one of their many specious reasons for their act of aggression that we want a democracy in Iraq. Well, last week, Iraq's elected parliament said, get the US troops out, and Donald Trump and his spokesman Pompeo has simply said we're going to ignore it. We must stand in solidarity with the Iraqi people demanding the restoration of their sovereignty and the removal of all US troops, bringing an end to that criminal occupation.
They talk about other people being terrorists. They talk about other people being undemocratic. But they have ignored the wishes of the people of the Middle East. And they have used terror attacks repeatedly. We had the assassination of Soleimani last week. An act of terror, an act of war, and an act with absolutely no justification in international law. Iraq was occupied 17 years ago. It still has a green zone, which is a neo-colonial occupation in the middle of Baghdad. It says it's about democracy, that's why they went to war. And yet, when the Iraqi parliament voted for the troops to leave, Pompeo and Trump have said the troops are going to stay. So much for democracy in the Middle East. And we have to say two things. We have to say troops out of Iraq and let the Iraqi people decide for themselves what kind of society they want to live in. We also have to say no war with Iran.
The question is, why is the United States and its allies, why are they in Iraq? Why are they in the Middle East? They have no right to be there. And had the United States not invaded Iraq on numerous occasions over the last decades, we wouldn't be in this mess. So there's no question of saying both powers are equal. They are not. The United States and its allies, the NATO countries, are the dominant global military power today. And they are the people we have to target. And I'll tell you something. It makes me sick when I hear politicians and that tame, deferential journalists questioning the potential successors to Jeremy with the question, would you press the nuclear trigger? What a disgusting question. Especially when they all know perfectly well that there can be no British finger on the nuclear trigger unless the United States agrees or orders it. The Pentagon has a veto on who uses the nuclear missiles and when.
Friends, thank you all for being here today. Thank you all for being here today to be a voice for peace, when a voice for peace is desperately needed in this country and all around the world. And you are that voice for peace. And today, let's recognize the horror that the families of those that died in the airliner that was traveling from Tehran to the Ukraine are suffering from now. A missile brought that plane down, and as a result, there are grieving families in many countries all around the world. Let's be clear, there can be no excuses here. This is an appalling act and part of a whole pattern of appalling acts all across the region. I hope the world will pause for one moment and recognize that one assassination has already happened and the disaster that's brought. An airline has been brought down. That has led to grieving families all around. Surely now is the time to take stock of the situation, resume serious talks and negotiations between Iran and the other nations in the region, and stop the pumping of British arms into Saudi Arabia and every other conflict within the region. And make to yet another desperate war promoted by yet another United States president with half an eye to populism and another eye towards future trade deals and all the dangers that brings. The only way forward is one of peace. The only way forward is our voice. Our voice as ordinary people and ordinary citizens here, not just in Trafalgar Square, but all around, who want to live in a world of peace where we challenge the real threats of poverty, of inequality, injustice, and of climate change, and put our energies towards creating a safer world where there is a sharing of the wealth of the world and a safety of the future, not one conflict after another, where the body bags come home in order to promote another conflict that yet more body bags can come home. Forever, our cause is the cause and the search for peace. Thank you all for being here today.